Tonight, new students learn how to get involved on campus.
Plus roadblocks on campus. Stay tuned. TrojanVision Nightly News starts now.
From the high-definition digital production center on the Troy campus, with news from Troy University locations around the world, this is TrojanVision Nightly News.
Hello and welcome to TrojanVision Nightly News for August 20th, 2012. I'm Judson Garner.
And I'm Bailey Majors. Thank you for joining us this evening. A new term for Troy University began last week, but the new class of freshmen may not be aware of all the activities that Troy has to offer. This weekend, new students were able to learn about the different clubs and organizations on campus. Saturday afternoon, the University Activities Council held their annual meet and greet event for organizations at Troy University. This event was designed as a way to encourage students, especially freshmen, to get involved with groups and activities on campus.
We figure if we have all of the different organizations that we offer at Troy, it'll be an incentive for them to come out and participate.
Troy University has a variety of clubs and organizations, from honor societies to community outreach groups. And with over 100 different organizations to get involved in, there's something everyone can enjoy.
There's something for everybody here at Troy. The Greek organizations or the academic organizations or any other clubs or societies that we might have.
Because you get to meet people, you get to make new friends, and you find things more than just your major to get involved with.
Some leaders in Troy organizations say it's been beneficial being able to get involved in different groups and activities.
It breaks the monotony of going to your room in class. You get to meet people, you get to network.
Being involved and getting to meet people and getting involved just really helped me to develop those leadership abilities.
Make connections with people who can help you after college, and group organizations are a good way to do that.
UAC members and organization leaders encourage all students to get involved with Troy activities and organizations. Just
do it. Just jump into it. You won't regret it.
If you feel something out, if you really like it, if you like what it stands for, if you like the people involved with it, go for it. That's what college is about, is trying new things.
The next UAC event will be Dodgeball on a Wednesday, August 22nd in the Elm Street Gym from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m.
University be without students. They are the integral part of what makes a university work, and even though students currently on campus made the decision to attend college, there's a growing trend amongst young people who question the value of a higher education degree. Dr. Jack Hawkins, Chancellor of Troy University, is well aware of the growing trend in young people questioning whether a higher education is worth the cost.
For the first time in American higher education, the experience itself is being questioned.
Hawkins said that in 2008, 81% of people assumed that higher education was a good investment. Now in 2012, that number has dropped to just 57%. Hawkins claims that this trend cannot just be blamed on the poor economy, but also on the number of graduates coming from underperforming programs. He thinks that future college students should take choosing a college very seriously.
What they're finding is so many of those programs have been oversold and they've underproduced. And so I think students who are looking at investing their time, their money, and their effort, they really need to ask, where do the graduates go? What opportunities are created for those graduates?
And it's not just about choosing the right school. Many feel that a college degree is not enough to ensure a graduate a job, but the modern student should go the extra mile while enrolled in a university.
I'd say that the main thing that's going to differentiate you and make you attractive to an employer isn't so much the degree, not so much the hoops you've jumped through in college, but what makes you unique.
And Boyer suggests that getting involved in organizations and relative work to your degree will help you stand out in a pool of applicants. In addition, the phrase, "it's not what you know, it's who you know," has never meant more to postgraduate students.
Even if you go online and search, there's only about 25% of available jobs that are actually posted. So it never hurts to make that connection and get to know others so that way they can help you along with your career path.
And today, Troy announced that it was listed among the best in the Southeast by the Princeton Review for the 8th straight year in a row. Tomorrow, I will continue my look at higher education, examining what resources students can use to help them choose a career path while in school.
Part of McKinley Drive has been closed since last Thursday, but starting tomorrow, drivers will have something else to look out for due to construction in the area. Dump trucks hauling dirt for the construction of the new practice fields will start using the stretch of George Wallace Drive between McKinley and Elm Streets. The trucks will be moving multiple loads of dirt from a site near Elm Street, so the large trucks are expected to drive frequently throughout that area. Troy police say that drivers should be cautious while driving on George Wallace Drive around the area of Charleston Henderson High School. This process is expected to take 2.5 months.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. In Birmingham, Jefferson County Circuit Judge Robert Vance Jr. has signed up to run as a Democratic for Chief Justice of the Alabama Supreme Court. The Alabama Democratic Party disqualified its nominee, Pelham attorney Harry Lyon, over some statements he made.
And in Mobile, scientists say the capture of a manatee for the second time since 2010 is a sign that the creatures are at home in Mobile Bay. Wilson the manatee was caught in Polecat Bay, about half a mile from where he was caught 2 years ago in the Spanish River. Ruth Carmichael, head of the Manatee Sighting Network, said that Wilson's recapture is proof that Mobile Bay is a key part of the manatee's home range.
And also in Birmingham, the Alabama Educational Television Commission has voted to hire a broadcast veteran as the new director of Alabama Public Television. Roy Clem will take over as executive director of Alabama Public Television. The Birmingham News reports that Clem will replace Alan Pizzato. And still to come on TrojanVision Nightly News, the Trojan soccer team has gotten off to a hot start. We'll have the details on that when Daniel Percival joins us with sports.
But first, Romney and running mate Paul Ryan attacked President Obama's Medicare plan in New Hampshire. We'll have that story and more after the break.
Hi, I'm Mia Hamm. As a professional soccer player, I know how rewarding sports can be and how quickly injuries happen. So I've teamed up with the American Association of Orthodontists to ask athletes to play it safe. With my years of training, I know what it takes to become an expert, and orthodontists do too. They're the experts who help people obtain healthy, beautiful smiles. Wear mouthguards, face masks, and helmets to prevent injuries. Keep smiling and visit braces.org.
Hit it!
Support the Red Cross and change a life, starting with your own.
From the high-definition digital production studios of Troy University, you're watching the award-winning TrojanVision Nightly News.
Look at what's happening across the nation and around the world. We'll go to Judson Garner at the Global News Desk. Judson.
Thanks, Bailey. Mitt Romney took running mate Paul Ryan to New Hampshire to help convince undecided voters in the battleground state to vote for them in November. President Obama interrupted the daily White House briefing to defend his record. Danielle Nottingham has more from the White House.
Mitt Romney and running mate Paul Ryan slammed President Obama on Medicare in front of thousands of supporters at a New Hampshire town hall.
Medicare should not be a piggy bank for Obamacare. It should be a guaranteed promise that our seniors can count on.
The Republican team is accusing the president of taking $716 billion from Medicare to pay for his health care reform law. President Obama took the podium at the daily White House briefing to defend his record.
Everybody who's looked at this says what Governor Romney is saying is absolutely wrong. Not only are his super PACs running millions of dollars worth of ads making this claim, Governor Romney himself is approving this and saying it on the stump.
The president and his Republican rival are also pointing fingers at one another over taxes, each claiming the other would raise taxes on the middle class. Romney assured New Hampshire voters he has no plans to raise taxes and pushed back against the president's campaign ads.
It seems that the first victim of an Obama campaign is the truth.
The president said his campaign is pointing out the differences between the two candidates. He argued that nothing in his ads has been out of bounds, including targeting Romney's refusal to release more than 2 years of tax returns.
That's a precedent that was set decades ago, including by Governor Romney's father.
President Obama will be back on the campaign trail in Nevada and Ohio Tuesday. Romney heads to Texas. Danielle Nottingham, CBS News, the White House.
It's estimated that as many as 7.5 million Americans have psoriasis. Now, new research finds a treatment for the skin disease might have some beneficial side effects. Edward Lawrence explains.
Just checking in.
4.5 years ago, painful red spots appeared on Nancy Van Wickle's arms, back, and legs. Doctors diagnosed her with psoriasis.
I actually had people stop and ask me if I wore a pair of just shorts or something like that. Have you been burned? I mean, it's that severe looking.
Her doctors suggested a drug that is a TNF inhibitor. It cleared up her skin almost immediately.
For my line of work, I needed to dress professionally, and I mean, you can do that with pants, but still, it sure extended the wardrobe.
New research from Kaiser Permanente Los Angeles Medical Center shows this same treatment has another benefit.
Patients who are given a TNF inhibitor are almost about 50% less likely to have a heart attack compared to patients who receive other medications.
Patients use their own pen to administer the TNF inhibitor themselves. People with psoriasis are at a higher risk for cardiovascular diseases because the condition causes inflammation in the body.
This inflammation brings out diabetes, high blood pressure, and ultimately a heart attack.
The treatment attacks the inflammation and lowers the risk. It's an easy treatment that takes Van Wickle less than a minute once every 2 weeks. It also helped her become less self-conscious about her psoriasis, especially when she worked.
Actually to be able to have something simple like a skirt and sweater, and you just feel more professional anyway. So yes, it was a definite plus.
And she's glad that the drug that makes her skin look better may have another life-saving benefit. Edward Lawrence for CBS News, Los Angeles.
Dozens of wildfires continue to rage across the West. A fire in Northern California has forced thousands to leave their homes. Bigad Shaban reports.
Firefighters are pushing back the flames and trying to keep a massive wildfire from reaching neighborhoods in Northern California. Bulldozers are working to remove fuel from the fire's path, and crews are making homes less flammable by removing debris.
This fire has been a very fast-moving fire due to the fact that conditions are just so dry. The brush, the grass, even the timber is incredibly dry.
The fire's burning in Shasta County, about 170 miles north of Sacramento. The flames already claimed several homes, and authorities are telling thousands of people to evacuate.
There's people that's already lost. Yeah. All we can do is pray for them.
The fire is just one of dozens burning in several western states. Dry conditions are making this an extremely difficult fire season. This year, more than 6 million acres have burned, and new fires are starting all the time. Crews put out this fire near Park City, Utah, only to have another fire pop up a few miles away. A massive wildfire burning 50 miles east of Boise, Idaho, is creating so much smoke it's hard to see. And east of Seattle, Washington, firefighters continue to take on a blaze that's destroyed more than 40 homes.
And I feel for everybody else. Everybody that's lost their homes.
The fire started a week ago and burned through 23,000 acres. Officials hope to have it contained by Tuesday. Bigad Shaban, CBS News, Sacramento, California.
And that'll wrap things up from the Global News Desk. Now back to you, Bailey.
Thank you, Judson. And now Danielle Percival joins us for a look at sports. So Danielle, we mentioned this last week that Trojan sports is getting back into action. What was going on this weekend?
Well, there was one team that was in action over the weekend. That's the soccer team. They had a match on Sunday, so let's get into the wrap of the game.
Sounds good.
After coming from behind on Friday to pick up their first victory of the season, the Trojans made it 2 in a row, beating Alcorn State 5-0 on Sunday. Cecilia Thorngren paced the Trojans with 2 goals and 2 assists on the day. The Trojans took a 1-0 lead in the 22nd minute on Thorngren's first goal off of an assist by Paige McMillan. Thorngren would score again less than 2 minutes later, with freshman Emily Sleeman picking up her first career point on the assist. Chelsea Williams picked up her second goal of the season on an assist by Thorngren, giving the Trojans a 3-0 lead at the break. Nikki Storamus and Jane Latif added 2 more in the second half of play. Goaltenders Maddie Winter and Katie Comino-Lewis combined to make 4 saves on the day in the shutout effort. Coach Chris Bentley said he was proud of his team's effort.
Well, I think, Sunday's game served as a great chance for our young players to get more legs in the game. get a chance to get out and work together as a team and prepare ourselves for some tougher competition down the road. So I think it did a good thing for all of us to kind of get out and play another game to get our legs out from underneath us.
Trojans will take the pitch again Wednesday afternoon at the Trojan Soccer Complex. They'll be facing Ole Miss with first kick at 3 o'clock. Well, most Troy baseball fans remember the name Danny Collins. The third baseman led the Trojans in home runs this past season with 12, but then had an even more productive summer. Collins played for the Laconia Muskrats in the New England Collegiate Baseball League and broke 4 single-season records. Those records were for home runs with 19, slugging percentage at 818, extra base hits with 29, and total bases at 130. He also represented the Muskrats in the League All-Star Game and won the NECBL Home Run Derby. We've been giving you a look into the 2012 Trojan football team since the semester began, and today we'll take a look at a unit of the team that normally gets no credit and all the blame. If the quarterback is the most important part of the offense, what can be said about the offensive line? They're the ones who take all the hits and protect the quarterback after all. And Corey Robinson might be able to breathe a little easier with the group he's got in front of him this year.
As a line, I think our aggression is there and everything, but as coming together as a group, where we'll have one person on the line. Well, he might miss a block, or another person might miss a block. But if we can get it all together as 5 guys going at once and doing everything right, I think it's very close. We're just one step away right now.
One of the most crucial parts of the offense clicking is having the O-line ready for action. And in preparation, this group has gotten close not only on the field, but also off the field.
We've come together as a group. In years past, I think we've kind of been separate and more individual, but now we're very close together on and off the field, and I wouldn't hesitate to call anyone of the linemen and ask them for anything, because I know I can count on them.
The O-line's just not 5 different positions. The O-line's a group as a whole. And I think we've really got that this offseason, that, if one person messes up, then, the whole O-line is off. So we've all got to play together. We've all got to be on the same page.
Despite the loss of tackle James Brown, this group still has an experienced leader to rely on.
Kyle Wilborn is really the big vocal leader. Everybody looks up to him. He's been here for 5 years. He started, pretty much every game he's played in here. So, he knows what he's doing. He knows the ropes. He knows what's expected, and everybody looks up to him.
He plays the game the way you're looking for an offensive lineman to play the game. If he played 30 years ago, he'd fit in just right, because he's tough, smart, physical, all those intangibles, along with a lot of athletic ability and talent to go with it.
If you want to find out more about the 2012 Trojan football team, tune in to the Trojan Sports Now football preview show airing here on Trojan Vision. As we just mentioned, the show will be on tonight. It's actually coming on at 11:30. Now, I know that's a little late for some people, but if you can't tune in tonight, you can also find it on YouTube at the Troy University YouTube page. That's youtube.com/TroyUNI, and it's also on TroyTrojans.com.
All right, Danielle, well, we'll be sure to tune in tonight at 11:30, or we'll catch it tomorrow on YouTube.
Sounds great.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, thanks, Danielle. Still to come on Trojan Vision Nightly News, we'll find out about ways students can get more involved on campus.
But first, we've seen a little bit of rain today. Do we need to keep an umbrella on hand, or will the skies clear up? Jamarlo?
It seems as if we may be experiencing a pretty nice upcoming week, so I'll get into more of that next in weather.
I'm in love with social work, and I think I finally found my niche and what I'm good at and what I can go far in life.
As soon as I started athletic training, I fell in love with it.
Troy University's College of Health and Human Services prepares students for high-demand careers of today and tomorrow. Careers offering attractive pay and the opportunity to make a difference in the lives of others.
My courses aren't just classwork. I've worked with the Department of Human Resources to put my skills to work with helping people.
With bachelor's and advanced degrees in athletic training, sport and fitness management, nursing, human services, rehabilitation and social work, health education, and physical education, all of Troy's College of Health and Human Services programs are nationally accredited, and our helpful faculty is dedicated to quality and student success.
As long as you're willing to do the work, they're willing to sacrifice their time and effort to make sure that you get to your goal.
We change the world. Come join us.
Contact Troy University, where we educate the mind to think, the heart to feel, and the body to act.
From the high-definition digital production studios of Troy University, you're watching the award-winning TrojanVision Nightly News.
And now Jamarla Phillips joins us for a look at weather.
So Jamarlo, I don't know if it was just me, but it seemed kind of cooler outside today.
Yes, it has been much cooler than it has been in the previous days, and I believe it's from the rain we experienced this past weekend as well as today. But I'll get into more of that right now.
All right.
First, let's take a look at our current conditions. As we take a look at our current conditions right now, we can see that the temperatures are very cool right now. The sky cam, it's pretty nice outside. Beautiful day on the campus of Troy University. As we go on to our current conditions now, we can see that our temperatures coming in partly cloudy right now. The skies are. Temperature coming in at 80 degrees. Dew point 69. Humidity at 69%. Barometer reading 29.93 and falling, with your winds coming in from the southeast at about 9 miles per hour. And as we look at today's stats, we were able to see a high today of 79 degrees, a low of 67. We were able to see 0.01 inches of rain, not much, but sun rose this morning at 6:12 a.m. It's going to set this evening around 7:21 p.m. And as we go look at temperatures from around the state, we can see that all temperatures in the Alabama right now are it's cloudy all over Alabama right now. Temperatures ranging from the mid-80s to high 70s. Mobile coming in at 82 right here. Huntsville coming in at 85. Birmingham 84. Montgomery 76. Troy 81. Phoenix City 80. And Dothan coming in at 75 degrees. And as we go on to our current temperatures across the United States, we can see that temperatures in the west are ranging from the 80s to the 90s. So it's very warm there, very warm, very hot as well. But as we go on to our area, we can see that we are still experiencing those mid-70s to the mid-80s. And as we take a closer look at the southeast map, we can see that Birmingham coming in at 83 degrees, Albany 78, Mobile 82. And as we go on to the west again, looking in Texas, in Austin 94 degrees, 94 also in Houston, and in Corpus Christi, 96 degrees as well. And as we go into our current surface map, we can see that we have a few high pressure systems sitting right here in the west with a low pressure system as well. Stationary front that's coming down, that's pushing down into our area, forming into a low pressure system. And as you can see, this rain sitting down here in the Gulf of Mexico, where we may experience rain the next 48 hours, maybe the next day or so as well. But as we take a closer look at our current surface map in our area, again, this low pressure system sitting right here, Gulf of Mexico, this rain, patches of rain right here may push up into our area, but as far as right now, we should be looking for a clear next 48 hours. So do be on the lookout for this gust of rain right here. And as we take a look at our precipitation forecast for the next 48 hours, we will be seeing a very light chance of showers. And as we go on to Tuesday's forecast, that rain will be pushed out of our area. We may still be experiencing maybe very light showers. But as far as that, going into Wednesday, that rain will be moved out of our area. Hopefully it'll stay out of our area for the next day as well. And going into Thursday, like I said before, the rain is pushed out of our area, and we have some rain sitting here in the central portion of the United States that may come in contact with our area as well. But as we go into Friday, like I said before, this rain right here may push up into our area where we may experience rain on Friday going into the weekend. And as we look at tonight's forecast, we'll be seeing mostly cloudy skies with a chance of showers and thunderstorms, with winds coming from the south at about 5 miles per hour with a low of 66 degrees. And as we look at tomorrow's forecast, we'll be seeing partly sunny skies, chance of showers with thunderstorms, high of 86 degrees. And take a look at our 4-day forecast. As we look throughout the week, Tuesday we'll have a high of 86, Wednesday a high of 88, mostly sunny skies, Thursday mostly sunny skies as well, and also Friday. So Judson, Bailey, we should be experiencing a nice week this week due to the low pressure system moving out that rain. So
yeah, looks very nice. Thanks a lot, Jamarla.
Thank you very much.